Animal protein is delicious, but it causes an outsized impact on our planet. We use 40% of all the habitable land on Earth to feed and raise livestock. And so we need a greater diversity of protein sources. Seaweed produces 5 times the amount of protein per acre as a field of soybeans because it's so photosynthetically efficient and requires no land, no fresh water, and no fertilizer to grow. Our goal at Umaro Foods is to take the natural, abundant resource potential of seaweed to improve the quality and sustainability of plant-based meat, starting with bacon. I grew up just outside of Washington, D.C. My mom was a manager, my dad was a patent attorney, so got a lot of his interest in learning about new technologies. I had the opportunity to go to a science and technology high school, and it definitely fostered my love of environmental science. My graduate degree was in energy and resources at UC Berkeley. I started off thinking that I would want to study nature, but I then realized I wanted to protect nature. I'm a nature lover. I find the beach is inspirational and immensely powerful. I can get deep in thought just contemplating and trying to understand all the dynamics that go into even just one living organism. The way I look at the ocean is that it's the Earth's most scalable and sustainable protein bioreactor. They contain 80% of the world's chemically reactive nitrogen, the building block of protein. Right now, we do use the ocean for protein, but it's in an exploitative way, by capturing fish. There's a much better way to do it, and we're working on that. If you're looking for plant-based protein, there's very limited options. There's basically legumes and then nuts, and that's really it. When you look at the diversity of the plant kingdom, or algae, there's so much more. Seaweed has been eaten around the world for millennia. It has all the essential amino acids and has a reputation as a superfood for a reason. Umaro is the first and only company in the world to purify and extract protein from red seaweeds. Most plants have fat, protein, and carbohydrates. Seaweed has very little fat, but it does have those jelly-like carbohydrates that feel like fat. So we're separating the protein from the carbohydrates, or the gels, and then we're essentially putting them back together in a way that is less like seaweed and more like bacon. And what we essentially do is heat it up in giant vats and then we deposit them together in stripes. Those seaweed gels fuse together and essentially marry the protein side with the fat side. Our bacon is juicy and crispy and a little bit fatty, so that when you bite into it, you get this release of oil in your mouth, which is really what people like in bacon. Umaro is umami and tomorrow, the protein of the future. We're already in dozens of restaurants across the country. We're also at Beach in SF, which is a vegan restaurant right on Ocean Beach. We're really excited to be working with them. I think we're at the beginning of a technology revolution in food and plant-based protein, where we're not just going to make products that are as equally good as animal meat, but they're going to be better. There's so much potential for us to design systems and technology that will allow us to live in a much more sustainable and less resource-intensive way. A few years ago, I put a team together and we won an award to design and engineer an offshore seaweed farm, which we just this year deployed in deep water off the coast of Maine. The ocean has the potential to supply all the world's protein needs. So instead of cutting down forests, let's build forests in the ocean. This is our shared planet, and we all have a responsibility to maintain our natural ecosystems for future generations. My name is Beth Zotter. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Umaro Foods.